Hello everyone, this is Sridharan from Wallet Well. Last video we have seen about what is financial planning. Now in this video, let us look at how one can do the financial planning and what is the importance of reviewing the financial plan on a yearly basis. So we are seeing that financial planning is nothing but actually planning your finances to meet your financial goals. So you might have a lot of financial goals, financial obligations in your life. So one need to identify the financial obligations, what do they have, and then they need to identify because the inflation will take its toll. So the cost of education, for example, today if it is 10 lakhs and assuming 10 years from now, every year 10% would be the inflation. So this 10 lakhs today with 10% inflation, this would cost about more than 25-30 lakhs after 10 years. So one should plan to ensure that after 30 years, after 10 years, this 30 lakhs is what something one has to plan because inflation will take a toll. They have to accumulate a corpus that is inflation adjusted. Cost is what they need to accumulate. For that, they need to have a financial plan in place. So identify the needs and then identify the cost involved and then what is the inflation on each and every item. Basically the discretionary items like education and then the marriage cost and healthcare cost will inflate by 10%, wherein the household inflation will be at 7%. One has to identify what is the inflation adjusted cost and then based on that they need to arrive the future value what they need to achieve, and then they need to identify how much money they need to invest towards reaching this goal. Then only they have to identify the product to reach this financial goal. So the products are the means of reaching financial goals and one need to have the financial plan in place to ensure that they meet out these financial goals based on their risk appetite. That is actually, is very, very important in terms of what is financial planning and why financial planning is required. Does financial planning is a one-time exercise? Definitely, we would say the financial planning is not a one-time exercise. It is a continuous process. Every year, we need to set a milestone and then we need to ensure that whether we have reached the milestone, whether we have any struggles in terms of reaching the milestone or we have overachieved for that particular year. This is something that we need to do. There are two things that could happen to your financial goals from a time to time manner. One, basically the internal changes that could be, changing of job or salary increases, decreases or job loss, or maybe not planning to retire early. These are something that could be the internal changes that could affect your whole plan. So that needs to be discussed on a yearly basis, and then the risk appetite also may be changing from time to time. So that also needs to be discussed on a yearly basis. And the second thing is the external changes. The external changes might be the market, might be the interest rate changes, might be the commodities, which will be providing you better returns at a particular point in time. All these things have to be included in the financial plan to ensure that you reach your financial goals at an appropriate time. So that is the reason why the financial planning is important. The way how we do financial planning also is important, and reviewing of financial plan also is the key thing to succeed to reach your financial goals. Thank you.